All right, so the big thing for the team this year, 40 wins again, the sixth time in the 9 seasons of the American Hockey League. How was the season a success for the Rockford IceHogs heading into the playoffs?
Yeah, I mean, overall, you look at the positives, 40 wins and over a 600 winning percentage. A lot of players that came through our lineup this year. I don't know the exact amount, but I'm sure Bob will get me those numbers here before the end of the day. I want to say between 43 and 45 players. So always an ongoing challenge as coaches to put together a winning lineup with line combinations and things. But overall, we're very disappointed with the outcome of the playoffs, and we didn't get it done, and it stings for sure right now. But big picture, regular season was a real good regular season, and playoffs were disappointing.
I think we also saw quite a few guys go up to the Chicago Blackhawks this year. I believe over 10, and I think the numbers go around 14 to 16, if I'm correct. And when you see that, when you're down here as a head coach, mentoring these guys, getting them ready for AHL hockey, and then they go up to the National Hockey League, what does that do for your confidence and your coaching career?
Yeah, well, I mean, the formula and the recipe here with Chicago is development first, and so from that standpoint, it's good. We had a great group of players this year. Everyone worked hard. Everyone put in the extra time and effort, before and after practice, and we didn't have any issues at all in that respect. So these players are only going to get better, and for them to get to the NHL and play at the highest level, it's great. I mean, we really enjoy watching that as coaches and seeing them have success. But at the same time, we're all competitors and we want to win, and for the city of Rockford and the fans and the staff and you guys as well. So it's disappointing in that respect. We made the playoffs. Our first goal was attained, and then our second goal of winning or going far in the playoffs was cut short.
And then obviously we saw quite a few guys offensively step up this year. Again, a lot of the turnover here for the Rockford IceHogs. Did you see any big standout players that may have surprised you this season?
Well, I think there's some players that made some big strides. Obviously, Hinostroza, Kero, top of my head with the forward group. Two rookies really in the American Hockey League and at the top of the list in scoring for us. So I think they had a great year, and they're only going to get better with time and experience. Still Hartman and McNeil and these guys as well that had great seasons. We had a lot of guys that had really good years. You look at Labrie having over 20 goals as a supposedly role player with us, and sort of came out of his shell in that respect. So there were a lot of good things.
You also talk about Tanner Kero and Vincent Hinostroza, the rookies for the Rockford IceHogs this year. Hinostroza set 50 points for his name, a really good offensive year, and then Tanner Kero, 20 goals. He set a rookie record as well. Is there a big emphasis on developing those players throughout the offseason and then seeing them come back next season?
Yeah, I mean, the summers are real important for these guys. I recommend them taking 2 or 3 weeks off and getting away from it, not even physically but mentally. Kero played a lot of hockey games this year. I think he played 77 regular season games between us and Chicago, one more than the 76-game schedule because of his time in Chicago, plus the playoffs, plus training camp, plus Traverse City. That's a lot of hockey games for a college player that's used to playing, 40 games total. So, they're beat up a little bit, and take some time off and then get a game plan for the summer. And they all have trainers and people they work out with, and then they'll start skating. And it's really up to them to take responsibility of their career and put in the time and effort and dedicate the summer to getting better.
And then about a month ago, you signed a extension with the Chicago Blackhawks for another 3 years. Does that help ease the off-season plans for the development between the two clubs?
Well, yeah, I mean, it's nice family-wise to be able to sign a contract before, our contracts end July 1st. So knowing it's the first time I've signed a contract mid-season and been offered the opportunity to do that. So, I'm grateful for the opportunity that Chicago provides me and the family to stay here in Rockford until something bigger and better comes up. It's a great job to have, great staff, great players, and first-class organization. So, we're excited to be here.
All right, Coach, appreciate the time and have a great offseason.
Thanks, Kyle. Appreciate it.